Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and bishops of great mills, don't rule well, teach on sound doctrine, and strong shalom to the hopeful elect and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children that the Lord will have mercy on these last days. It's your brother Kadash representing Jim S. Brent in Cleveland, all willing to bring out a quick and edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahwashi Yahushua. It's kind of like a continuation of the lesson I just did earlier pertaining to uh pertaining to let me see the name of it. Prisoners need the best lawyer for the case. The importance of Yahawah. The spirit gave me this title. The word is the key to freedom. The importance of Yahawah, right? The word is the key to freedom. You know what I'm saying? Literally. So just bringing a few precepts on that understanding, because well, first, Salakia. I don't know why I did that. First, we have to establish uh what the word is. Like, so I'm gonna bring out a precept I brought out. One precept I'm gonna bring out is this, right? So what Yahawah is important, and who he is important. When you go to James 1 and 21, right? Let's start there. It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. So our souls are able to be saved through the word, right? Yahawah is the word. Okay. When you go to St. John 1, it says, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with power, and the word was powers. Uh, the same was in the beginning with the powers. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. And that's true. You go to Colossians 1 and tell you, starting at like verse 12, it tell you the breakdown on when Yahawah was in the beginning, how all things were made through him. Through him, all things consist. And it goes into the whole breakdown. All right, and how that he created the building in which we hold this information. Okay, and we are managers, and we have different roles and positions inside this house. The building is the house of David. All right, the temple of Yahweh. Okay, the word built the building up. He's the foundation, and the stones are the elect that made the house of David. And that house uphold the information of the heavens. It upholds the documents of the heavens, the God things, the information of the gods. You know what I'm saying? And the word came and dwelt among us. This information was amongst us, and it gave us life again. It gives us life. And Yahawah is the embodiment of this concept. The concept referring to the word. The book. He said, the Lamb's book of life. Yahawah he's the Lamb. He's the life. When you go to real quick, Saint John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You see, so when you believe on Yahawah, now you live, because living water is when you understand the difference between living water and dead water. Living water will be a river that has a current to it. It's in motion, so it will be considered living water. A river where there's no current in it and it's just dead, like you see sometimes lakes or ponds or water, and it just be like spread out with no motion to it. That's dead water. Shit, you can even have living water, like occurrence to the river is coming real fast. You see the tree trunks in the river hitting. You could take a cup of water of that without river water that's in motion, and you can sit it on the ground right next to the river. That cup of water now is dead water because it's separated from the body. It's no longer a part of the living water. It's not a part of that motion or current. It's now in the cup, and now it's still, which makes it dead water. And that's what happened to our nation. We were cut off from the living water. So Yahawashi being the living water, you see, that's something that's in motion, that's constantly something living, is always moving. Yahawashi is that living water, all right, which now we're able to express the things of the heavens. That's why our speech sound, is heavenly and righteous, because we're coming on the behalf of Yahawashi Yahawashi. These are their words. These are his words. These are the Father's words. So when you go back to St. John 1, what he did was he allowed his mind to embody a vessel. Okay, he created his mind into a vessel, which is Yahawashi. You see, Yahawashi is the mind of Yahweh. You see, he's the word made flesh. This is St. John 1. He's the only entity created by the Father. And Yahawashi created everything else. Him and Allahayim created the Allahayim, and then they created everything else with him. That's why they would be joint heirs in the kingdom of heaven. But it says St. John 1 and 2, the same was in the beginning with power. Right. When you go into I brought this out in the last lesson, but I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna go to another precept. 1 Corinthians 1 and 30. For ye, it says, but of him are ye in Hamashiach Yahawashi, of who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption. That according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Right. So the Lord Yahawashi is made unto us wisdom. Right. When you go to Proverbs 8, let's see if we can get that. It says, bear with me. Okay, this is Proverbs 8, and let's start at let's start here, 23. Because remember, we just read that Yahawashi was made unto us wisdom, right? So, okay, let's start at 22, and that's cool. Proverbs 8 and 22, it says, the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. So before anything was, was first. That's why it says in Revelation 22 in red letter, I am the beginning and the end. I am Aleph and Tha. I am Alpha and Omega in the Greek. Aleph and Tha is the Hebrew. The first and the last is English. Proverbs 8 and 23, I was set up from heaven, everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there was no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, man. So Yahawashi was in the beginning when the Father created the heavens, man. And to show you who this pertains to wisdom, jump up to 12. I wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. This whole chapter is dealing with wisdom, even when you start with the first the first verse. Okay, it has voice in the first verse. So let's just read it. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? So the Yahweh spoke Yahawashi into existence. The wisdom was made into a vessel, and this same vessel was sent in the flesh of like man. All right, because this, God damn, like, yeah, I keep getting calls, which was Yahawashi. Um, to because the last lesson was about us being prisoners, and this word is the only thing that's Yahawashi being the mediator, the lawyer, as I went into, is the only one that can free us, because he has the keys. He's the ward. He has the keys. Okay, and when you go to let's go here, um Revelations 1:18. It says, I am he that liveth. Salakia. Let's start at 17. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead. And he laid his right. Let's start at 13. In the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with the golden girdle. His head is describing Yahawashi. All right. His head and his hairs were like white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters, is describing our Lord and Savior Hamashiach Yahawashi. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword, and his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead, and he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, Fear not, I am the first and the last. See, mentioned that earlier. So that wisdom that was created before the heavens was literally the first and is literally the last, because like I said, the last lesson I went into how we are prisoners and how Yahweh being that best lawyer, no one else can be the lawyer for us. No one complete our cause. Yahweh is the only one that complete our cause, and on the magnitude we need to be free from life in prison. You know, so Yahweh said he's the first and the last. Okay, because he said he's going to confer. It's going to further say he have the keys, because he's the God of both states. See, Yahweh didn't face death prior to him being crucified on the cross of what was written of him by the Father to do. That's when he conquered death. He he rose the third day. You know, and he's the only entity to conquer that state. And he did it in a formation like we're in right now, which is this flesh, the state we were changed to. He came to conquer the state we were changed to, so that we can be free from this state that we were changed to. That's us receiving a new covenant. And it says, in the twinkling of the eye, the body should be changed in 1 Corinthians 15. So the body being let you know our body's gonna have to be changed means that we're in a state that can't inherit the heavenly things. But the reason why we can even go that way and get back to that glory, all right, when we was first with the Yahweh, Lord willing we be those men, is because Yahweh conquered that state. He killed it. You know, matter of fact, I'm about to come back to his Revelations, man. This is 1 Corinthians 15, because it says the last enemy to be conquered is death. 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom of the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that should be destroyed is death, because that means the Israelite man, woman, and child will never die again. Because why? Sin is the wages of death. So if we will be perfect and never sin again, that means we will never die again. So and that's because Yahweh sacrifice, him being a pure sacrifice, the only way we can make it back to that state, he had to do it. He had to do it. So that word was the wisdom that allows us to access the heavenly things. And that same wisdom have the keys to our freedom. So going back to Revelations 1, and it says, Revelations 1:15 is and his feet like unto finer brass, like it's continued to describe how Shalaki. I read that. Let's just jump down where I was at. 18. I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, Aman, and have the keys of hell and death. Right, hell is the grave. That's where a dead body goes. Death can be our state as a condition. Hell is or as a condition, right? Like we're in hell right now, we're in poverty, you know, and when the ghettos and the barrios, right? The ghetto is where the Jews reside, you know. So it could be a condition, it could be the grave where our dead little physical dead bodies go, and it could be our mindset. We're spiritual, our people are spiritually dead, you know, because they would discontinue from their heritage. So now all these things are restored, because Yahweh have the keys of that condition. He conquered that condition. See how to prove that is the Hebrews 2. We brought it out in the last lesson. Remember, this is just kind of like a continuation of that lesson, but just to prove that point. Hebrews 2 and 14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, which is the concept of these bodies, right? Life is in the blood. He also himself likewise took part of the same, because we had celestial bodies. Uh, uh, what is this? Celestial and terrestrial. 1 Corinthians 15. You know, we had a heavenly body, but now we have bodies like men. The gods fell from heaven, right? The giants fell. That's what that's going into. We fell from our heavenly estate because we took on a corrupt way of thinking, which is the serpent's venom that was fed to us by our woman, and when we lived in paradise being eaten. So now we're in this condition. So we took on a different image. It tell you that in Genesis, the Lord, what is that? Genesis 3:21. Unto Adam also unto his wife did the Lord Yahwashi make coats of skin and clothe them. That's the state you see us in now. He gave us a new identity. So when you go back to Hebrews 2, it said it's describing our condition. It's 14, Hebrews 2 and 14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil, right? Because he keep the vibration of death on us, being Esau Edom. He's the vessel of the spiritual demon Hashatan, right? And deliver them, or Satan, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage, right? And we're in captivity. So the word is able to free us and save our soul. It's able to, it got, because why? It got the keys to unlock the door to those that are bound. The word is freeing is freeing the elect from captivity. Literally going with the lesson I did, the lesson before this one, a couple hours ago, about Yahawashi being our lawyer. He's the only one that can free us from captivity. For verily he took not on the nature of angels, but he took on the seed of Abraham, right? In man, as man. Wisdom of Solomon 7 goes into that. The way men are born into this realm is by the process of flesh on flesh, man on woman, and a baby is formed in the womb for 9 to 10 months, and then it comes out and it's into this world, into this realm. Okay, it has to go through the way to enter this world to be, you know, living in this way. Obviously you got the spirits and the realms colliding now, but that's why the Lord came this way to conquer that state that we were in. Because these are, it tell you that, let me just get that real quick, in the book of Jude. And the angels, Jude 1 and 6, and the angels which kept not their first estate, right, the heavenly estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. You see? And these are those chains of darkness. But Yahawashi came and he conquered this. He freed us from this estate. You see? He freed us from this estate. And this is what Hebrews 2 is telling you. Because Yahweh, we read in Revelations 1, he have the keys to heaven and hell. I mean, yeah, he have the keys to heaven and hell, and he have the keys of hell and death. He have the access to life and freedom, and he also have the access to judge one's spirit, man. You see? He said, fear him not that cannot fear him that kill the body, and don't fear him that can kill the body, but fear him that can kill the body and soul in hell, that can put us in any condition, life or death. And Yahweh has the power, the access to that by the Father, Yahweh. It says, verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren, right, to free us from this estate, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, and also too so that he could perfect what the wisdom of Yahweh Shah, and so it could be glorified at the max. Israel being pure 100% glorifies Yahweh at his max. You see, on what? Because it's no lack or slack in the praise. the fact that we serve other gods and we in Israel's at our estate, there's a lack in the way we worship the Father. It's not at 100%. But in the heavens, when we receive our new bodies and things like that, and when we receive when the kingdom of heaven is established, the Father throne is established, you know, we have access to 100% download of information, which glorifies the Father at the max level. So that wisdom it was perfected. The wisdom so cold that it proved itself to be true. Because the wisdom talking about it would try us to see if it could dwell with us, showing you that wisdom is so pure that it proved itself and it proved itself to be pure within itself. That's cold. That's cold. He gave you an example of that by having the wisdom be manifested in a physical form, a man form, which is Yahwashi, and had him go through what he had to go through to show you that it proved itself to be pure. It showed you that his word is true by him coming in the flesh, dying, and then coming back alive. The first entity to do that, you know, that showed you that the wisdom was true. And that's why we got to uphold to this wisdom, because it's literally the keys to and freeing us from this the dead state, man. So like it, and this is what Yahweh did, so that he came in a state, so he became a perfect judge by knowing what the state we're in. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That's what allowed him to actually, you know, express the you know what I'm saying, certain things, being our lawyer to the Father, where the Father have mercy on us. You see, and we too. That's how it's gonna be with the nations. We are in this state. We're at the lowest, and we had to learn the ways of the heathen so we could judge the heathen properly, man. So that our judgment will be true. You see, so the Lord justified His word, man. By our conditions, the Lord justified His word. So when He brings judgment, everything is going to be justifiable. It's going to be justifiable to every man's works, right? Revelation 22. Let's read that real quick, and then we get two more when we close out. Revelation 22 and 10. And I started 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to as his work shall be. I am Aleph and Thai, I am Alpha and Omega. I am the first and the last. I'm the he said, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the first and the last, man. See, so He's the one that got the keys to free us from our condition. Okay. And to show you real quick, when you go to what's that? Isaiah. Damn, it's like 22. It says, this is Isaiah 22 and 21, dealing with Yahawashi. And I will clothe him with thy robe, right? And strengthen him with thy girdle, and I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. And the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder. So he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. You see? And I will fasten him as a nail in a sure place, and he shall be for a glorious throne to his father's house. And they shall hang upon him all the glory of his father's house, the offspring and the issue, all vessels of small quantity, from the vessels of cups even to the vessels of flagons. In that day, said the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, shall the nail that is fastened in the sure place be removed and be cut down and fall, and the burden that was upon it shall be cut off, for the Lord hath spoken it. So the point is that It says and the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder. So he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. This is talking about Solomon. And Solomon was Yahawashi. Because it said it was promised that Solomon reigned for 40 years. David reigned for 40 years, and Solomon reigned for 40 years, and it was promised that Solomon's reign, it was promised that Solomon's reign would last forever. Solomon carried out the short mercies of David. Yahushua is Solomon in the incarnation, because because Solomon's kingdom only lasted 40 years, so it didn't last forever. So it's talking about a future time. It's talking about Yahushua, man. He have the keys to free us from our condition, because he put us in this condition. You see, the Father put us in this condition, and he's the one that's gonna get us out this condition. He said, "No man." I read Deuteronomy 28 and 68. No man shall buy. In the last lesson, no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall free you, no man shall redeem you. And we read First Corinthians 1 and 30 that Yahweh was made unto us redemption. You see, sanctification. He's cleaning. He was made unto us to clean us, to save us. All right, to rise us up. Let me go back to that, and then that's it. I ain't gonna read it again, but we close. Let me see. But of him are ye, I'll read it. Well, of him are ye and Mashiach, who of the Most High has made it unto us wisdom, right? The breath entered into, so we could live. We woken in righteousness. Now we live our ways according to the law, statutes, commandments of the Father, to the best of our ability in captivity, which makes us pure because our intentions are. It shows a pure heart, a pure mind, and sanctification, right? It cleaned us. Yahweh cleaned us, all right, which made us holy, separate from society, and made us one with the Lord, right? Because you got to, when you come before the Lord, you got to be clean. So it made us able, it blessed us to be able to come before Yahweh through Yahweh in redemption. And then ultimately the results was going to be us being saved about this place through the keys, which is Yahweh, which makes us joint heirs with him, because he's releasing those who look like him, because he's been free. He already conquered the state. So the ones that are joint heirs are too going to conquer this state. Okay. Matthew 16 and 19, I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. So Lord willing, this edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. That was our apostle, elders, bishops, great millstone, rule well, teach us our doctrine. Till next time, Kwanya Shalom.